Film Chief X, the God Best reincarnated with some more of this common sense science. And this is about Inky again. And this is my last and final video debunking Inky and his fraud behavior and his lies and gameplay. Okay? He's clowning my moringa and acting like it could be harmful and it's not all that and it's not nutritious. He's been doing that. And this is what you call the epitome of hate. This is just not me throwing the word hate out there. This is what hate actually looks like to the T. Let's go and watch, y'all. Hold on.
I was going to say you were sexy vegan. You were voluptuous vegan.
Voluptuous, yeah, I'll say that.
Vegan stuff is bad. We're going to leave it like that.
Him and his not so professional woman, I'm not going to even talk about his woman. Even though he tried to act like, you know, I didn't have a woman or something. He just didn't know my woman's an assistant principal at a high school. Okay? Two different kind of women, bro.
Hey, come on, you're getting me distracted now. Let's get focused.
Nonetheless, I'm going to make butter pecan cheesecake marshmallow drizzle.
Man.
Surprise.
Man. Marshmallow drizzle.
Surprise. Absolutely.
I feel like you cheating.
I ain't cheating. Sometimes it's about taste. Sometimes people don't. Your smoothies is healthy and it did things to my body. However,
she said his smoothies are healthy and they did things to her body. Which is true, because moringa is the most nutritious plant on earth, and Inky knows this. For him to hate on me for selling moringa is ridiculous. It's pure hate. Okay? And he uses it himself. He titled his video, Inky, Vegan Babies, episode number 4. Lasagna chocolate chip cookies with what? Moringa cheesecake ice cake. He uses moringa because he knows it's the bomb. And watch how he uses it.
however,
Yeah, we got PG-13.
no, I mean,
Okay,
I
go
didn't mean
ahead.
to like, I didn't mean.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally.
Okay,
it's
right.
Totally
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm starting off with frozen bananas.
I'm starting off cutting up my cheesecake
Right.
because I'm going to mix
With-
in the butter pecan and I
With
want.
globs of moringa. We're throwing globs of moringa.
That's fine, but
Globs of moringa. Not a little moringa. Globs of it.
sometimes people want their dessert to be dessert.
Man, you want to attack my ice cream. My
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm starting off with frozen bananas.
I'm starting off cutting up my cheesecake
Right.
because I'm going to mix
With-
in the butter pecan and I
With
want.
globs of moringa. We're throwing globs of moringa.
That's fine, but
Now, he poured some in there. He said, let me grab this moringa again and put some more of this good shit up in there. But guess what kind of moringa he's using? But he want to talk about the type of moringa I'm using and said, hey, you can only get moringa from Senegal and in Jamaica. It's hybrid and not that good. Ask him what kind of moringa he using, where he buy that bullshit from white folk from. All moringa's good, whether it's hybrid, natural, or what. He don't know which moringa's hybrid, which ain't. Okay?
sometimes people want their dessert to be dessert.
Man.
Cake.
Right.
Because I'm going
PG-13.
No, I mean,
Okay,
I
go
didn't mean
ahead.
to like, I didn't mean.
Damn, you putting that moringa up in there. That's a good thing, though, bro. What's one right thing you did?
Okay.
Yeah,
Back
it's
to the
totally,
script. Okay,
it's
right.
totally
So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I'm starting off with frozen bananas.
When you put it down, grab it again and put some more moringa in there.
I'm starting off cutting up my cheesecake
Right.
because I'm going to mix
With-
in the butter pecan and I
With
want.
globs of moringa. We're throwing globs of moringa.
That's fine, but sometimes people want their dessert to be dessert.
Hypocrite! Now let's go. Let's go. He made this video this morning trying to clown me. I tell people I'm not no damn herbalist. I'm not a nutritionist. I didn't go to school and get my BA to be a nutritionist. I'm not a herbalist. I'm not a doctor. I don't make these claims like Dr. Ali Muhammad and Minister Inky do. At one time, he called himself Dr. Inky. I don't do those claims because why? I'm an honest man with integrity. I sell moringa because I know it's the most nutritious thing on earth. And I try to help people out and inform them. I'm not an herbalist. He made this video clowning me. So let's just see what he does. This is the epitome of hate. None of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist. I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist. I'm none of that. I just sell moringa.
But I don't know anything about moringa. Just pork. We can fake it and troll real herbalists for views. Stop acting like a pussy. Easy money. Easy money.
I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist. I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist. I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist. I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. First of all, I don't even drink alcohol. I may have 2 drinks a year. I'm not an herbalist. I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist. I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not a dealer in medicinal herbs. I only sell moringa, the most nutritious plant on earth. Actually, moringa is a food. Okay? It's a food and it's used to cook with. That's the only herb I sell. Or food. Herbalist of none of that. I just sell moringa. So people like Inky don't understand honest men. He's friends with like KT the Arts Degree and Dr. Ali Muhammad. Those are his homeboys he hang and run with. And these guys are the ones who like to lie to people about who they are and what their qualifications are. I'm none of that shit. I'm just your brother. So don't clown me for being honest and having integrity. You're just used to fucking with fuckboys. Moringa, I'm not an herbalist, I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist, I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist, I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist, I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist, I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist, I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist, I'm none of that. I just sell moringa. I'm not an herbalist. Oh my God, Inky, it's getting old. Okay, enough of the replay. God damn it. I'm a person who tells the truth and is honest. I know you're not used to that. None of that. I just sell moringa.
Moringa? Moringa has 23 times the iron in spinach. Spinach has iron?
None of that. I just sell moringa.
No. Because...
Well, no, spinach don't have much iron like people think. Said he was right about that one point. Accidentally right, actually. Okay? So he jumps off. This is the mind game he does. He jumps off moringa to now focus on spinach. Because I said spinach, not I, but stats say moringa has 25 times the iron of spinach. It's actually fucking true, Inky. Because you actually don't know what the fuck you talking about. Why most iron in spinach is useless. Why is this? Firstly, the form of iron found in spinach is non-heme, which is generally poorly absorbed in the gut, compared to heme iron from animal sources. Animal source actually is the best source of iron. B12 and iron work together. That's why vegans have the highest rates of anemia. I proved that on another post. Okay? The only great source of iron in plants... Excuse me, I said that wrong. Listen carefully. The only great source of B12 in plants is something called purple laver. I proved that the other day. I don't have time to go over it again. Other than that, B12 only. B12 only, listen to me, comes from meat and dairy sources. That's a fact. I proved it last week. Now, you can fortify some things, like brewer's yeast, you can fortify it with iron. But natural, real iron comes from meat. I'm not iron. I fucked up again. B12 comes from dairy and meat source. Look it up. So no, spinach don't have much iron or great kind of iron. But who's selling fucking spinach? Why did he switch up like that? Huh? Because he's a liar and he plays word games. Right? So, let's go. No, I'm sorry. But remember this. The Journal of Molecular Science. Remember that.
Very important. I love GMO food. 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 Oh my God. You guys, I know there might be some.
But let me go back so you can see why I played this.
Molecular sciences.
He used the Journal of Molecular Science to try and badmouth moringa, something that he uses. Okay? He used this to try to badmouth moringa.
I know those big words are just making this nigga shaking his boots. Molecular sciences. What does that say? International Journal for Molecular Sciences. I know those big words are just making this nigga shaking his boots.
Yeah, right.
I need everybody to read this article closely, especially those of you that...
So he used that article in that thing, because I guess he respects that article. Excuse me. That journal. It is a scientific journal. I respect it. I'm a science guy. But he used it to act like it's hybrid and no good. Moringa, any other moringa that's not grown in Somalia or Ethiopia or Kenya is not real moringa. He's playing mind games. But let's go back to the GMO thing.
Very important. I love GMO food. 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 Oh my God.
What does it say? It says, let me read it. GMO has the same nutritional value as organic, conventional, and even better. GMO is agricultural biotechnology. Not one thing I said in here is a lie.
You guys, I know there might be some things that I could do better. There might be some things you don't like about me, and some of them are valid, and I'm working on changing them.
He's not a science guy, so a lot of people who are anti-science are anti-GMO and anti-vaccines. They're of the conspiracy theory crowd. Okay? 100% of science-based articles and sources will tell you GMO's fine. But all them uneducated people who don't do tests, them non-scientists tell you GMO's bad and push fear factor. And this is what people like Ali Muhammad, Inky do, is push fear factor on you.
But don't just fall for anything because of personality worship. Look at who you're getting your moringa from. It's hybridized moringa, and he supports GMO. Ooh-wee. Ooh. Right now I'm holding my nose. Oh my God, I wish y'all could see my face. I'm holding my...
GMO has same nutritional value as organic and even better. GMO, agricultural biotechnology. Is X lying? I used his source. Nutritionally enhanced food crops. Progress in perspectives. Abstract. Great progress has been made over the past decade with respect to the application of biotechnology. Agricultural biotechnology, basically. Application of biotechnology to generate nutritionally improved food crops. Say it again, Chief X. Molecular science, well-respected science source on nutritionally enhanced food crops, progress in perspectives. Abstract, great progress has been made over the last decade with respect to the application of biotechnology to generate nutritionally improved food crops, biofortified staple crops such as rice, maize, and all this stuff. But let's just keep going. Introduction. Plants grown as food crops possess a wide diversity of biologically active compounds which contribute to overall human health. The accessibility of food crops that are high in nutritional content is granted for those who live in the industrialized world. However, this is not always the case for rural poor who reside in developing countries. A lot of places in Africa are dying of starvation. No one has died of GMO food. To stop people from dying of malnutrition, give them some of this what? Improved food crops. The accessibility of food crops that are high in nutritional content. Okay, I read that. Such populations, a diet that is balanced in adequate levels of vitamin and minerals can be difficult to achieve and maintain. All too often, monotonous diet in which a single crop such as rice predominates. That's just going into other stuff. This entire article, biofortification of crops. The article he used, and the science article he used, supports GMO. You can't cherry pick what science you want to believe and what science you want to disbelieve. If you're going to use real studies, which they use, respect it. Don't cherry pick and hate on X, on Moringa, and lie and play word games and do all these games to think X is playing and telling a motherfucking lie. X don't lie. X is honest as fuck. Honest as fuck. Damn it, I love GMO food. And you eat GMO food. If you're eating apples, bananas, oranges, you're eating GMO food. They're all GMO. Cut the conspiracy crap. Let's go.
He won't be able to read this.
So then he goes again. Listen.
But you guys can pick this up and just go ahead and peruse through this, and you'll notice that, oh, wait a minute. There's another confirmation of high levels of chromium. It's right here in his moringa leaves.
Duh! I told people, and you didn't play that part of the video because you're slick, you can get chromium in any goddamn thing. And I said you can even eat a Happy Meal from McDonald's and get all the chromium the body needs. I'm not suggesting you eat Happy Meals. I was being sarcastic. Chromium is naturally in just about all kinds of food. You don't need to sell it. If you're selling chromium, you're going to give people an overdose of it and it'll be toxic. It's not about the dose. Excuse me. What's that saying go? It's water is toxic if you drink too much of it. It's about the dosage, not what the heavy metal is.
Okay, so what was he saying again about chromium?
Chromium. Health benefits, sources, and potential risk. It's a scammer's product. Scammers only sell chromium. Your mucous membrane. That's that Dr. Sebi bullshit. Now, I said that for a reason. No one needs to buy chromium because it's in your food. You get it. It's a punk-ass trace mineral found in every damn thing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Chromium's in fucking water. I know chromium's in moringa. It's naturally in every damn thing damn near. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you try to confuse the people. Too much chromium is toxic. So if you're selling chromium, this is what scammer people sell. They try to exaggerate small punk-ass trace minerals like it's just so important. But they don't tell you can get it in regular foods you eat. Anybody selling chromium is a fraud. And that's what MIN.ENQI is. Your mucous membrane. That's that Dr. Sebi bullshit. Let me move forward and end this thing.
Cling to heavy metal.
So now he brings up heavy metals and he's talking about chromium and stuff. These aren't heavy metals, right? But he's trying to give you the impression that moringa could be toxic. But he's not reading it correctly to you and explaining it correctly to you. Let me clear it up for you, because MIN.ENQI will fuck up the public with bad information. Are leaves of moringa toxic? The leaves of moringa, eaten as a food in normal amounts, do not present toxicity as expected from an edible plant. They do not present any kind of toxicity. Laboratory studies have carried out on the extracts produced from moringa leaves that have shown some toxicity in animals. But these have been tested in very high doses. They tested some extremely high doses of moringa in animals, and it showed in animals to be a little toxic for them. But he never said anything about humans. The quantities of fresh and dried moringa required to produce the concentrations applied to the investigated animals is so high that in practice it becomes impossible to intoxicate from using these leaves as food in humans. Impossible to intoxicate from using these leaves in foods in humans. Mind you, I showed him using globs of moringa. The only reason he's trying to hate and sound hateful about moringa is because Chief X sells it. And I exposed him for selling a bunch of bullshit and sham products. That's all this is.
So, not only is moringa leaves dangerous to use if you have any type of viral infection because it can...
Now, let's read the bottom what he's trying to get at. There's no reference of toxicity produced by eating moringa leaves, whether cooked or fresh. cooked or fresh, meaning it's food. I'm not an herbalist. Moringa leaves are actually food. Or by adding moringa leaf powder to meals, except for special medical, situations, such as renal failure. If you're having renal failure or you're on kidney diagnosis, in general, it's all kinds of foods you're not supposed to mess with. But I'm not selling moringa to renal failure patients and people on kidney dialysis. They're not even supposed to drink so much water if you're on kidney dialysis. It's a lot of shit you're not supposed to fuck with if you're having renal failure and on kidney dialysis. Fuck out of here, Inky. Stop lying to the people.
The concentration of heavy metals in
But watch this. Let me tell you what is toxic heavy metals. Chromium in the small doses in food is fine. But once you get a nigga like Inky selling chromium in a bottle, you fucking up. Environmental heavy metals is talking about toxicity. Environmental heavy metals. Chromium, arsenic, cadmium, and mercury. We know about mercury. And lead have the greatest potential to cause harm on account of their extensive use. Too much of it. Why are you selling chromium in the bottle when you don't need to? You're fucking up the people. The toxicity of some of their combined or elemental forms and their widespread distribution in the environment. Hexavalent chromium, for example, is what it say? Highly toxic. It's highly toxic. As are mercury vapor and many mercury compounds. These 5 elements have a strong affinity for sulfur in the human body. They usually bind via thiol groups. Chromium in its hexavalent form and arsenic are carcinogens. Cadmium causes degenerative bone disease, and mercury and lead damage the central nervous system. All I'm saying is too much chromium if it's not in your regular old food. And some idiot is trying to supplement chromium to you when you don't need it, because you can get that by eating a Jack in the Box Happy Meal. You can get it from eating salmon. You can get it from eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Anything, your chromium amounts is sufficient in food. But Inky is selling chromium supplements. And that will be toxic because you're going overboard of the chromium you need. It's telling you here, chromium, arsenic, cadmium, mercury, and lead have the greatest potential to cause harm on the account of their extensive use and the toxicity of some of their combined elemental forms. You get out of here, Inky. You're debunked, bro. Don't try me again. So let me end with this.
Wait a minute, hold on. That's September 1st at 9:47 p.m. Okay, so anybody that...
I told people I'm an honest man with integrity. I don't front like these people. So I made a post last night. I knew he would see it. I just gave him a little food so he could bite on it. And he bit, and now he's getting debunked and eating his words. These pork chops is everything I said. What Pan-African or pro-black gonna tell you and show you they eating pork? I'm the realest and most honest brother on your friends list. I am. Fuck out of here. Then he goes on to call this Chinese food.
about eating Chinese food, right? Wait a minute. This is Chinese food.
That's not Chinese food, you idiot. It's in a box they put Chinese food in, but those are sweet potatoes. Those are sweet potatoes. Why would you lie and play some role and act like I'm just eating Chinese food? And if I did, fuck it. Don't listen. Don't follow me. I eat what the fuck I want to eat. I can still sell moringa and it's nutritious. I don't claim that bullshit like y'all do. I don't claim to be some nutritionist, some doctor, all these fake ass titles y'all like to use. I don't do that. I'm Chief X, the God best reincarnated, and I'm the honest, realest person you gonna that'll ever be on your friends list. The realest YouTube page you will ever watch. I keep shit real and I teach the truth. The fuck out of here.